Hello and welcome to the first part of our Python tutorial series. We're going to go over installing Python, printing text, using comments, and running programs today. If you're new to programming, Python is a great language to start with because it's really simple and it still has a lot of great features that other programming languages have. So to start, we need to get Python on your computer. So we'll just go to Google or whatever you want to use and type in Python. It's pretty easy. Then you go and click the first link and you'll be on the Python website, and then you hit download. Now if you're using Windows, I believe this is the one that you're going to want. This should work on 64-bit and 32-bit operating systems, but if this doesn't work on your 32-bit, you're going to want this one instead. Same thing with Mac OS. This is the 32-bit version, and this appears to be the 64-bit and 32-bit version, so you're probably going to want that one. So then you just click on that, let it download, blah blah blah, and then once you have it downloaded, you're going to run it, install it, let it do its thing, and then you're going to go to your start menu, go to Python 3.3, and run idle. Now this is your idle interface, which I'll talk about a little bit later, but for now just hit new window, and here we have a document. Now, okay, so the first thing we're going to do is, do the ubiquitous hello world program, because why not? So it's really simple in Python. All you have to do is type in print, parentheses, quote, hello world, end quote, in parentheses, and there you are. Now we have to run this, so we'll hit run, and then it says you need to save it first, so alright. And then we'll type in hello, and then boom, here we go. So when you run things in this document editor in the Python shell, it'll print out the results in this in the idle window, which is pretty handy. So this is a nice setup that I like. You can have, at least with Windows 7, you can snap them to either side pretty easily. So then you can write your program in this side and then see what it prints out on this side and use this for debugging. And it's pretty easy to run it over and over again. So the next thing we're going to go over real quick is commenting. And commenting, you comment things by just pressing the pound sign, which is Shift 3 on QWERTY keyboards, I guess. And so now everything to the right of this is now commented out, and you can see that with the red text it runs. So now if I ran this, nothing would happen because this isn't the program will just ignore this completely. Well, that's that. It's pretty simple, but you can also do this, like you can just go over here and describe this prints stuff, and so now this part will still work just fine. But now anyone who's looking at this code, well, I guess if he's really dense, will now be able to figure out that this prints hello world. And that's pretty much it for that. You can use this program. This comes with Python. It's pretty nice. It's the turnaround rate, with how fast it is to just run it straight from there is pretty nice. If you like things to look a little nicer and maybe help with organizing for some bigger programs, my personal preference is Sublime 2, which you can see here. So it color codes things pretty nicely, and it kind of autofills some things, which helps for some bigger projects like this one. It really sometimes idle can be a little weird with how it decides to color code things. Sometimes it'll just randomly stop color coding, I found, but this one stays pretty consistent. It has this nice little slider over here that helps you get around your document pretty quickly, and also has line numbers, which are missing for some reason, although it does tells you down here in this corner, but it's a little more obnoxious. Not only that, but this also has you can hit these little arrows and then collapse entire parts of your program, which is pretty handy if you don't want to scroll through all this stuff and you just want to be able to see, say if you wanted to see all the methods in your class, then you can just collapse them and just look at just those. So this is freeware, I believe. It'll ask you every couple dozen saves if you want to buy it, and you can just say no, or you can buy it and then it'll stop bugging you. But it's definitely worth the money, I would say. It's a really nicely put together program. And that pretty much wraps it up for today, so I'll see you next time.